football fans, welcome to Why Football. Today I'll be predicting the first match week in the Premier League. Before we start, there's a straw poll for each Premier League game in the description below, so you can cast your prediction for each of the games. I'll be recording the views prediction for each game as well as mine. Also, leave your personal prediction in the comments and let me know what you thought of mine. Without further ado, let's start with Fulham versus Arsenal. My team. Now, normally in the first game, we're kind of hit and miss. Recently, we lost to Man City, we lost even Aston Villa, West Ham, and Liverpool all at home on the first game. But then we also beat Leicester. We beat Newcastle last season. So you never know which way it's going to go. Fulham, newly promoted teams normally have their tails up first game of the season. Like, this is our time in the Premier League. Let's get at it. You really want to be playing them around April, May, when they start to go downhill, where they've given up on the season. So I think it'll be tough. No fans will help us because they'll be raucous inside Fulham Stadium to try and get them into their players and get them to perform better. So I'm going to go for a narrow Arsenal win. The fans will help us, and I feel like we're in the right place with our signings, and we've got all our players to go at it. Right, Palace Southampton at 3 o'clock. Tough game. I feel like out of the two teams, Southampton lost key players in terms of Højbjerg, which may hurt them first game of the season when they adapt without him. Palace have kept Zaha for now, which will help them going into this game. Now with Southampton, they started really slowly last season, but then picked it up. Like, I remember them losing 9-0 to Leicester at home. So it's how about they start this season that'll determine where they finish. I have them doing quite well, as I do with Palace. Like, neither of those sides getting relegated, just mid-table clubs. But I feel like in this time, without the fans at Selhurst Park, that will give Southampton a slight boost. I think they'll come away with a draw here. I think with fans, it'll be Palace nicking it, but without them, I just see a draw. Now, Liverpool Leeds, 5:30 kickoff on the Saturday as well. Tough game for Leeds coming to the Premier League too. The holders Liverpool. I feel like this is going to go much the same as Norwich last year in the first game of the season. I feel like Leeds will start well. They will play their pressing football. They'll try and get at Liverpool. I may have a chance. But then I feel like if Liverpool get that first goal, I think they'll just blow them out the water. 2-3-0. And by the end of the game, I feel like Leeds will tire. And I just only see Liverpool winning this. But I do see Leeds having a strong start to this game, much like Norwich did last season. Right, West Ham, Newcastle. Another tough game to predict because I like Newcastle. I had them finishing higher than most people thought. I feel like St. Maximin will do well. Their signings of Callum Wilson and Callum Wilson will do well for them. Fraser will do well. That's who I was thinking of from Bournemouth. So I do have Newcastle doing well at West Ham, but West Ham at home, first game of the season, they will try and put up a good fight. I do actually see Newcastle winning this. I was going to say draw, but I just have a feeling Newcastle will come away with a win first game of the season. They'll be ready to go with their new signings. Everyone will be raring. And yeah, I think Newcastle will pull away. West Brom, Leicester. Another newly promoted side, West Brom, playing Leicester this time. I think this will be a tough game. First game of the season, Hawthorns. The fans are needed, but I feel like West Brom haven't strengthened enough this summer. Pereira permanently is a good deal. Leicester also haven't strengthened much, to be fair. They lost Chilwell. Let's see how they do without him. But with Vardy, with Soyuncu, with their whole team gelling with Tielemans, I feel like Leicester will come away with the win here. Oh, misspell it. Okay, Spurs, Everton. Oh, tough game to predict. Everton strengthened well. Now, in my prediction, I had them finishing quite low because at the time they hadn't really made many signings. But since then, they've signed Doucouré, James, and Allen. So 3 signings since my prediction video last week. So it's about how those signings gel now. They've made the signings. They made loads of signings last year. I mean, they took Iwobi from us for 40 million, which I'm so happy about because Iwobi has done nothing at Everton apparently. But let's see how those signings gel because it's always that with Everton. They make the signings, but it just doesn't go right for them. But let's see. I like the signings. James is a positive signing. He was linked with us at one point. I'm not sure if I really wanted him, but he was linked with us. Top player. Alan, top player. Doucouré was great at Watford last season and has been. But let's see. With Spurs, then Mourinho, that he's going to be at it. He's going to be wanting to win a trophy. But by wanting to go for a trophy, no matter what trophy, he's probably sacrificed a bit of the Premier League form that they will have. which may help them struggle, which may help them in the other competitions, but may make them struggle in the league. But first game of the season, I think they'll be all right at home. I think they'll nick this one. Much like last year, I think it'll be close, like a 2-1 or 1-0. Sheffield United versus Wolves now. Tough game. Wolves lost Doherty to Spurs. Didn't sign a backup yet. Sheffield United haven't done much business either. They lost Dean Henderson. Ramsdale they replaced him with, I'm not a big fan of. But I feel like this has just got a 0-0 written all over it. I feel like Sheffield United are gonna stay deep and compact, and Wolves are they're just gonna try and hit each other on the break, which will come out to be a bit of a boring game because no team either wants to dominate possession. They just both want to hit each other. So I just see this coming as being a 0-0 if I'm honest. I'm gonna put a draw for this one. And then on Monday, the last game, Brighton Chelsea. Oh, this could go either way. Brighton a bit of a bogey team at home. I mean, they beat us twice last season, but we were in disarray. They've got the defenders of Dunk. They lost Trezeguet. They lost what's his face? Trossard, I think his name was. I think yeah, they lost him, but Brighton are still a strong team. They've got tall players, like to dominate, bully the other team. Chelsea have their new signings. Let's see how they gel, because there's a lot of players now in that attack, especially for Chelsea. Let's see how they mix together. I can see them dropping points in this first game against Brighton, just off the fact that we don't know how their team's going to go, how their attack's going to gel together to start the season. Are they all going to be on the same wavelength? They need like a couple games, 3 or 4 games to really get into that. But despite that, I am going to go for a Chelsea win because I just don't see Brighton turning them over. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's closer or even Brighton nick a point. But yeah, I'm going to go for Chelsea there. So that's my prediction for this week. There's 2 games missing because they're not being played due to the fact that Man City and Man United both went deep inside their competitions, the Europa League and Champions League. But yeah, those are my 8 predictions. Make sure to check the straw poll below for each game so that I can put in the viewers' predictions and then we'll check the results and see who came out on top. Thank you for watching Why Football today. If you made it this far, please drop a like on the video and sub to the channel if you have not already, and I'll catch you in the next video.